They're off and running now, and they bounced out in a pretty good line too. Queen's Rule just going back a little after the start. Hurry Up, one of the first out down on the inside. Got a break early, a length and a half in front, but Esplade the Grey striding up on the outside of it early. Princess Cara went up third from Tippy, and now Hula Girl on the outside. 2 or 3 then to Queen's Rule. Back inside it now, Shiosaki. Up the back they go. Esplade down on the rail, 1.5 to 2 in front now from Hurry Up, and now Hula Girl went up third. 1.5 then to Princess Cara fourth. 3/4 fifth the fence is Tippy. 2.5 Queen's Rule, 1 to Shiosaki. A good generous pace at the 1,000-metre mark. Esplade over a length in front of our Hula Girl, and on the inside there is Hurry Up, a hit away third. 2.5 then to Princess Cara, 1 to Tippy, 1 Queen's Rule, and 3/4 Shiosaki. On the side they go at the 8.50, and they haven't loafed out in front here. Esplade nearly a length in front of our Hula Girl, and third on the inside Hurry Up. Princess Cara has enjoyed a good run. Fourth, 1 off the fence, 1 to Tippy, 3/4 Queen's Rule, 1 then to Shiosaki last of all. 600 out, and the leader Esplade, our Hula Girl, hard at it second on the outside under the whip. A length then on the inside. Third is Hurry Up, and about to peel out now is Princess Cara. Then Tippy, Queen's Rule, and Shiosaki has to come from the back of the field. Esplade straight and 1.5. Hurry Up will give it a touch with a whip to the outside. Princess Cara after the leader now. Shiosaki out deep, and Queen's Rule up the middle, running on pretty well from Tippy back on the fence. Esplade in front. Princess Cara and Queen's Rule coming at them out in the middle. Tippy off the rail now. They're across the track. Esplade, Tippy, Princess Cara, Queen's Rule wider out. They're across the course here. It's Tippy getting to Esplade. Queen's Rule taking a dive at Tippy near the line. It's Tippy in front of Queen's Rule. They hit it. Almost a dead heat here. Tippy and Queen's Rule couldn't separate them. Esplade probably third from Shiosaki and Princess Cara. They're followed further back in the race by Hurry Up, last of them, in a thrilling finish.
Photo, 8 Tippy, $20.80 and 5.10. 2 Queen's Rule, $8.90 and $4. 4 Esplade, no third.
On the Super Tab, if 2 gets at Queen's Rule, $9.30, $3.60. 8 Tippy, $22, $6.30, and 4 Esplade, no third.
Now our Hula Girl just walking past the post has pulled up, and is just walking off the track now. Our Hula Girl hasn't really completed the course, has walked in about 2 furlongs behind them. This is desperately close. Tippy getting to Esplade without wide Queen's Rule, and it was coming out after Tippy, and there's little in this. Tippy and Queen's Rule as they get down to the post, and Queen's Rule has got it, number 2. Number 2, Queen's Rule has just got in over number 8, which is Tippy, who got off the fence and went up to Esplade, and third is number 4, and that's Esplade, who refused to give up.
Racing now, off to a good start too, and Super Snip and Figaro the smartest out, jumping well Authoritarian, Purist nice and handy, followed by Super Steam, and then a gap to Mr. Efficiency, a couple of lengths to Kingston Shores, and a length to He's a Dane. As they race along the back of the course and go about 300 past the 1200 now, Rob Thompson takes Figaro to the front, the Chestnut keen to go. He's about 3/4 of a length clear on Super Snip, Purist third inside Authoritarian, 2 lengths then Super Steam, followed at his quarters the outside Mr. Efficiency, 3 to Kingston Shores and 2 to He's a Dane. Out of the back they wind now, and travelling onto the side to approach the 800 marker, No Change and Figaro. Out by a length on Super Snip, a couple away third is Purist on the inside of Authoritarian, another 2 lengths to Super Steam, and then Mr. Efficiency, Kingston Shores, and He's a Dane whips them in. Heading down to the 600, the race devoid of a spectacle at this particular stage, and is going to develop into a sprint home, and Figaro, the leader from Super Snip, and Brian York is starting to move up quickly on the hot pot Purist, followed by Authoritarian, who got momentarily off the bit when they sprinted. Super Steam's gone through on the inside, and then Kingston Shores as they straighten up now at the 300, and quickly on the outside the favourite hits the front Purist. Here's Kingston Shores going after him. Figaro's dropped off, and then Authoritarian. Kingston Shores draws level with Purist, and he looks to be doing a shade better than Queen Bian Galloper. Oh, he is. He's coming away now, Kingston Shores, from Purist, Authoritarian, Super Steam, but down to the line goes Kingston Shores to win it well. Kingston Shores beat Purist, third on the inside Super Steam, then Authoritarian, followed by Super Snip, Mr. Efficiency. Figaro beat 1 in, and that being He's a Dane.
8 Kingston Shores Super Tab, 670, 170, 1 Purist, 120, 7 Super Stream, 350.
Harry Cassidy beating 1 Purist. Oh, no excuses for Purist, and 7 Super Steam. Kingston Shores, 670 and 190 in New South Wales. 1 Purist, 110. And number 7, Super Steam, has paid $2.80. The winner, trained by Mike Petrovic in Queanbeyan for the Kingston number 1 syndicate, managed by B. Johnston and D. Howell, by All Ashore from Softly Spoken, and a bay gelding 4, 14 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds and 1/3, and one with a bit of authority there. Purist second, every chance. He's had his hope today. Hunting Dale Evian, Grey Gelding 4, Alan Denham, Brian York, and 7 third. Super Steam by Alquoz from Rehearsed Bay. Horse 4, Frank Lewis, Len Beasley. 2 ran 4th, Authoritarian. He's not really putting in at the moment. 128.96, 128.96. They've come home all right. They've beaten Cohort's race record of 129.27. 34.28. They sprinted up pretty quickly the last 600, 34.28. And the margins are 1 1/4 lengths by 2 1/4. 1 1/4, 2.
Crash back and they're off and running now, and Napier Street out in the middle and Black Rancho the inside bounce quickly from Noble Tenor. Noble Benbarra, the rider, took hold and went back, and further out Razor Count followed by Benari. Coming down the straight here, and Napier Street is in front, but there's no speed as you would imagine here, about 1.5 lengths in advance of Razor Count, who's 3 out on the outside of Noble Tenor. In on the fence is Black Rancho, 4th early, 2 to Noble Benbarra, 2 last of all Benari. Out of the straight, Napier Street is going to take control of the race now, and with about 2,000 metres to go, it's Napier Street by 3/4 now to Razor Count, 1.5 Black Rancho. 3rd on the inside of Noble Tenor, a neck away 4th, 2 lengths to Noble Benbarra and 1 to Benari last of all. Up the back they go towards the 1850 metre mark, and Napier Street 1.5 Razor Count, 2 to Black Rancho, a neck then on the outside Noble Tenor. 3 further back running 5th in the race is Noble Benbarra and 3/4 last of all Benari, and they've gone to the 1600 metre mark. Well, there'll be no change for a while, I'd say, as they wend their way up the back of the hill here, and the leader is Napier Street. He's out 1.5 lengths in front. Razor Count 2nd. Black Rancho is 3rd, a length away. 3/4 to Noble Tenor, who gets a nice run, 4th, and 1 off the fence as they go to the 1400. And the last pair of Benari has got up on the inside of Noble Benbarra. Heading up the back of the hill now, and Napier Street out in front here for Brent Thompson. That's where Thompson's probably at his best, dictating terms out in the lead on this one, Napier Street. 1.5 to Razor Count. 2 then to Black Rancho, who's being shaded by Noble Tenor outside it, and a couple of lengths to Noble Benbarra outside Benari. So 3 pairs on top of the hill and rolling down the side, and now Razor Count puts a bit of pace on, goes up and has a crack at Napier Street, and they start to move along down the side at the 1,000 metre mark. It's Razor Count outside Napier Street. They put on a good speed. 3 lengths in front now from Noble Tenor 3rd, a half further back than on the inside Black Rancho. Noble Benbarra ridden back, still back 5th, and over on the inside of it Benari. It's Razor Count testing Napier Street. They've slapped on the speed, 700 to go, 2 in front of Noble Tenor and Black Rancho. Noble Benbarra about to follow Noble Tenor. It's back running 5th and 1.5 Benari last of all. 550 out. Napier Street, Razor Count together, 1.5 Noble Tenor is about to be flushed out by Noble Benbarra, 4 to the outside. Black Rancho now waits for the run, and Benari last of all on the turn. Napier Street from Razor Count. Noble Benbarra put Noble Tenor back into a pocket, and Noble Benbarra starting to range up on the outside. In the straight, Napier Street got off the fence. Noble Benbarra on his outside after him, and Black Rancho got up on the fence. Black Rancho raced to Napier Street. Noble Benbarra let down out in the middle, coming after Black Rancho. Black Rancho with a shortcut in front now. Noble Benbarra taking a dive. Black Rancho in front, and Black Rancho 3/4 to either Napier Street or Noble Benbarra. A gap then in the race, Noble Tenor, further back Razor Count, and Benari last of all.
Number 6, Black Rancho, $2.90 the win and $1.90 for the place. Photo for the minors, 3 Napier Street, $2.40, or 5 Noble Benbarra, $2.
6 Black Rancho, $2.90, $1.70. Number 3 Napier Street to return $2.70, or number 5 Noble Benbarra, 2 even. Keep in mind, no third.
Noble Benbarra was starting to get out after Napier Street out in the middle, and 6 took the shortcut. That was the simplest way home for Vlad Jurek. Number 6 Black Rancho, ridden by V. Jurek first. Judge calling on the print to separate Napier Street and Noble Benbarra for second. Still no number there. Little in that between Napier Street.
We'll come back with the correct.
Okay, we have some totes of our own.
Immediately, Olive dropped out to last, not far though from the lead, which is held jointly by Elusive Spy and Funny Tail. They're going lickety-split, and Elusive Spy is going to beat off Funny Tail and lead her more than a length as they settle. 3 or 4 lengths to Zodiac, and a length further back comes Hula Maze, followed by Hilltop, and Olive close up last on the inside, down past the 750, and the leader Elusive Spy, a length and a half on Funny Tail. 2 away third Zodiac, on the inside of St. Lee's half-brother Hilltop, who's racing out pretty wide. In the centre racing Hula Maze, and over on the inside is Olive. Travelling past the 600, about 8 lengths between the field, and Elusive Spy. Brian York endeavouring to steady the favourite, and in the all lilac comes York on Elusive Spy. First around the bend, a length on Diesmount Funny Tail, ridden along 2 lengths to Zodiac, and a length to Olive, followed by Hilltop and Hula Maze. They race to the 250, Elusive Spy in front from Funny Tail. Zodiac from Cower is running a mighty race, and then Hula Maze. Oh, Yorkies had to go for Elusive Spy, but the local horse responded well. Zodiac can't do any better than Hula Maze with Funny Tail, but it's a good one for the favourite. And Elusive Spy wins a little over a length the Zodiac. Third was Hula Maze. Fourth on the inside, Funny Tail. Olive was fifth and sixth and last, but a nice debut by Hilltop. Elusive Spy, number
4, Elusive Spy, 261.50. 6, Zodiac, 430. No third for 5.
20, 250 and 120. Second and third placings to numbers 6 and 5.
Correct weight, Queanbeyan.
Zodiac, gee, ran a nice race. The Cara horse from Viv Miller, 460. And there'll be no third for number 5, Hula Maze. Funny Tail weakened out of it under the big weight. Olive found it too short. And Hilltop, well above himself in condition, but by gee, I tell you what, he ran a nice race by the same token. But Elusive Spy, very fit, and was able to find the fence easily by Spectacular Spy from Ranch and Sway. Brian Guy for I, Mrs. H.L. and F.L. Napier, R.T. and Ms. S. Stevenson and W.G. Watson. A grey gelding 3, 7 starts, 2 wins, a second and a third. 4
comes Monk City, but straightening up and
side with well in the straight, and the leader at the 250 metres, Mark Sir, single 2 in front.
Good start. Waterford Road jumped well near the inside with the way quickly also Pearl Prince and showing out just after the start. There is Rembettiger being followed by Peep on the Sly. Is dropping back, being passed in turn by Shinoka. Length further back is Rustic Dream, followed by Navajo Flash and Blazing Homer. And Unsolved has dropped out to last. Racing up the hill, 1,300 metres out, and Pearl Prince dashes to the leader. A length and a half Waterford Road, a similar gap further back to Rembettiger. 2 lengths away Shinoka on the outside of Peep on the Sly. A length further back then is Navajo Flash and Rustic Dream. Blazing Home second last, and Unsolved is last of all. Over the hill as they race down 1,100 metres out, and Pearl Prince showing the way by a length to Waterford Road second. 2 lengths further back is Rembettiger. Another 2 away then is Chinook on the outside of Peep on the Sly. Rustic Dream making ground around them, but forced to go 3 deep. A length further back then Navajo Flash, Blazing Home second last, and Solved last of all as they pass the 1,000. Pearl Prince being tackled by Waterford Road, moving up on the outside. A length and a half to Rembettiger, travelling well. 2 lengths further back is Chinook, Rustic Dream, followed further back by Peep on the Sly, Navajo Flash and Blazing Home, and Unsolved being called upon for an effort still last of all as they race up to the 600 metre mark. Pearl Prince the leader. Half a length Waterford Road second, getting a bit closer along the inside. Rembettiger starting to come into the picture. 2 lengths away is Chinook, being followed by Rustic Dream. Navajo Flash behind them. Peep on the Sly and Blazing Home, and Unsolved hard ridden as last of all as they round the home turn 400 metres out. Pearl Prince the leader. Rembettiger getting up on his inside, and they're clear from Waterford Road and pull to the out of there. Coming home well as Chinook as they straighten up. Pearl Prince the leader, tackled by Rembettiger, and Chinook is coming down the outside. Waterford Road is also battling on well. 250 metres out, and Chinook is flying down the outside, coming after Waterford Road. Rembettiger, Pearl Prince is back behind them, and they're followed by Peep on the Slide, but it's Chinook on the outside grabbing the lead, and he's race clear. Chinook, he's too good. Chinook wins it well. Waterford Road second, Rembettiger, Rustic Dream and Pearl Prince in a photo for third placing, ahead of Peep on the Slide. Navajo Flash behind them, Blazing Home, and the last to finish is Unsolved.
Number 7, Chinook, ridden by Greg Childs, 371.60. Waterford Road, $2.60, and Rembettiger, $2.50 might get third there up along the inside. 7, 3 and maybe 6 on race 3 at Caulfield. We'll come back and sort out those placings in just a moment. We had to leave the Gold Coast. Let's pick them up as they come towards the 400 in race 2. Run has got the money.
Yes, a strong finish by Chinook there. He had put the riding on the wall previous start, of course, Matthew. And there's a very good performance by a smart horse in Chinook, ridden by Greg Childs, riding in top form. Raced by DH and Mrs. R.A. Hunt, RJ and Mrs. P.A. Nicholas, and JD and Mrs. A. Slight. A 5-year-old brown gelding by Oak Ridge. And winning in good style here, number 7, Chinook, pays $371.60. Number 3, Waterford Road, he's not far off a win, pays $2.60. And just hanging on for third, Rembettiger, number 6 at $2.50. Close up in fourth place was number 4, Pearl Prince, and fifth was number 5, and that was Rustic Dream. A good performance there. And Greg Charles bringing Chinook back to scale after his win in the 4 and 20 Heatherly Handicap ahead of Waterford Road with Rimbettiger. 370, 160 for Chinook. Number 3 second is Waterford Road, 260, and number 6 Rimbettiger third, 250. Quinella at $16.90 in the trifecta, $191.80, 145.54. The time for the 1700 metres of the Heatherly Handicap, and the 4th event next, the Thomas North Handicap for the mares at 2:12.
Righto, John, thank you. They're at the gates at Newcastle for race 2. 370 Alpha Fun, $7.
Pretty level start it was too. Hunter Winemaker actually the first away. Seeing Stars jump well with Shine Over and Gunshot. Then Sarossi Zebelina parked on the inside from that inside berth. A length further back is Classic King. Followed Wonder out next by, as they sort themselves out, Roma's Delight. And then comes Glimmer Boy. Grandmaster's got 2 behind him, Walter and Rubana. They travel past the 1600 metres. And Chris Muntz takes the grey Gunshot to the lead from Hunter Winemaker on the inside of Shine Over. 2 lengths to Seeing Stars, 3/4 Zebelina the inside, a couple Sarossi, a length Classic King, a neck to Grandmaster the rails, then Roma's Delight inside, Glimmer Boy from Rubana, and Walter drops out last, the best part of 12 lengths off the lead, occupied by Gunshot. And down the back, racing to the 1200, Gunshot by more than a length now on Hunter Winemaker. Zebelina is creeping through third inside, Shine Over, then Seeing Stars, Classic King wide. So too is Sarossi, Grandmaster hugging the rails, a length Roma's Delight, Glimmer Boy and Rubana, and 2 lengths to Walter. Out of the back straight they travel, going past the 850, and Gunshot pilots the field from Hunter Winemaker. Zebelina getting a nice run. Classic King wide out, Shine Over between Zebelina and Classic King to Sarossi. Grandmaster the inside, and Seeing Stars has lost some ground. About 2 lengths further back is Glimmer Boy, Rubana, Roma's Delight, and Walter's last of all as they race to the 600 marker. Gunshot from Hunter Winemaker. A half length in at a length, Classic King. Zebelina looking for the way through from Shine Over, Sarossi. Grandmaster pegged in from Seeing Stars, being hard ridden, and Glimmer Boy is next as they race into the straight, and Hunter Winemaker hits the front from Gunshot. A length away third, Zebelina, she's into the clear. Grandmaster is not from Classic King. Sarossi right down the outside with Glimmer Boy. Zebelina out after Gunshot, and Hunter Winemaker. Grandmaster can't get through, and Sarossi and Glimmer Boy are rattling home. Here is a race, Zebelina, Sarossi, and right down the outside, Glimmer Boy. Will he beat them? I think he did. Reckon Glimmer Boy a nostril to Sarossi and Zebelina from Hunter Winemaker, Gunshot, and then Walter, Seeing Stars and Rubana. Followed by Grandmaster. Checkered run down the straight, the favourite from Shine Over, and the last 2 were Roma's Delight in company with Classic King.
12 Glimmer Boy to return $170.30 and $28. 5 Sarossi, $240. 8 Zebelina, $220. About $183 in New South.
Number 5 Sarossi, when they went over the line, was 6.10 the win, 190 the place, and 8 Zebelina showing a dividend of $2.10. It was a real head-bobbing finish, this. And as they get down to the line, it looks on the free shot like Glimmer Boy has been able to score. Number 12, written by Glenn Boss. And has. 12 Glimmer Boy, G. Boss the winner. And the bookmakers cheer. Galleon, the dad of Glimmer Boy from Rose of Lima, trained by Paul Stelio at Rose Hill for himself. A bay gelding 6 Glimmer Boy having his 26th start, his 5th win, and Glenn Boss aboard. Second going to number 5, Sarossi, written by C. Agnew, and 8 Zebelina, G. Cooksley third. Sarossi's by Masque from Regal for me, a bay gelding 5. Stephen Engelbrecht, Craig Agnew, and Zebelina, she had every hope of Baymere for Zabeel, Darling Order, Clary Connors, Grant Cooksley. 2 ran 4th, Hunter Winemaker. 11, 5th Gunshot. The favourite had a checkered run in the straight, Grandmaster trying to get a clear passage. Winning margin in a good finish was a short head with a long neck between second and third. A short head, a long neck, 2:03 overall the time. 2:03, 35.53 was the sectional. It's 12.
Yes, they removed the...
Off, she's jumped away fairly. Plot didn't miss it too badly, and one of the first out here is Biscara. Miss Jugar began well, and they are railing up on the inside Marusha with Chow Baby when they settle down. Now Chow Baby goes through to lead Biscara, Miss Jugar, and Marusha's got up inside Chow Baby. Two further back in the race, and Marrow Match outside at Ribbons Rouge, one to Queenstown Kate. Two further back in the race then came over on the inside Tersina from Arabian Poppy, and Plot last of all. 7.50 out. Marusha on the inside of Chow Baby, and Miss Jugar 3 out. Biscara is about a length away, 4th out deep on the outside there of Ribbons Rouge. Further back Queenstown Kate. On the fence Marrow Match, 1 to Tersina. One further back in the race Arabian Poppy. Plot last of all before the turn. 5.50 out Chow Baby. Just in front Miss Jugar joining it from Marusha, is now under pressure and had to be tightened. Further out Biscara. Queenstown Kate wider out in the track, trying to get a run Ribbons Rouge. Then Tersina, Arabian Poppy, and Plot the widest runner. Miss Jugar reached the front from Queenstown Kate. Chow Baby's gone. Queenstown Kate going to Miss Jugar. Here's Tersina starting to come home well, but Queenstown Kate got a winning break, I'd say. Got away a length, Tersina and Miss Jugar. Queenstown Kate comes away, wins a length and 3/4 Tersina. Miss Jugar 3rd. 4th home Ribbons Rouge, then Plot out deep from Chow Baby, Biscara, Arabian Poppy, a gap Marrow Match, and Marusha, who was just tightened a little on the home turn. She ran last.
Hey, Queenstown Kate around 6.50, 2.10, 6 Tersina, $3.
Jimbo's Pier a little slow to go. The centre Blinky's Rose and Dig Deep. Dino got the...
Racing now. And a great start it was. To the end of the 100 metres, Greenback's just the leader from Lively Lad, travelling third on the inside Pollock, and the heavily back favourite Irish Air settling in a beautiful posse. Then on air, South Bend wider out, followed by Punt, Tri-Cove, Rock the Stars, Tie the Knot, and Mon Prince is last, going down by the 1100 metres. And here on the inside, Pollock driving through to shade Greenbacks, and now lead him a length, 3 lengths to Lively Lad, 2 to Irish Air, length and a half on air. 3/4 further back is Punt on the inside of South Bend from Rock the Stars as they string out. A gap of 3/4 Tri-Cove, and the last pair of Mon Prince inside of Tie the Knot. Pollock, a roughie, makes play coming on the 800 marker now, and it's Pollock by a length and a half. Greenbacks, 2 to Lively Lad, 3 lengths further back as Irish Air, a length of the only filly in the race on air, followed another length away by Punt, 2 to South Bend, Rock the Stars, Tri-Cove, Tie the Knot about to be revved up by Beedman, and 2 to Mon Prince travelling to the corner. 500 left to go, and on the inside Pollock again joined by Greenbacks, and Dies racing up quickly on Lively Lad. A length to Irish Air on air, followed by Punt the inside, and then South Bend, and Tie the Knot is the widest. Down to the 300 metres, Greenbacks headed by Lively Lad, a length to on air. Then Irish Air, who's into the clear, followed on the extreme outside, Tie the Knot. South Bend going with Tie the Knot. Lively Lad just in front on air, comes at it. Here's Tie the Knot down the outside. Lively Lad on air, and Tie the Knot on air goes home best on air. The filly on air just wins from Tie the Knot and Lively Lad, followed home by South Bend and Irish Air, followed in by on the inside Punt. Wider out Tri-Cove, Greenbacks, Rock the Stars and Pollock, and last of all was Mon Prince.
Super Tab 11 on air to return 7.10, 2.10, number 7, Tie the Knot, 174, Lively Lad, $2.
Air, the only lady in the race, and she's been able to score. Tie the Knot on the outside will get up for second, and the dividend for Tie the Knot, number 7, will be 190, and number 4, Lively Lad, is prominent for third, 180, in a swarming finish to the big one of the day, one of the big ones, the Peter Pan Stakes. Well, she'd run a great race in the Silver Shadow, didn't she, a week or so back? In fact, a week back exactly. Behind Addie Wynn over the 1200 at Warwick Farm. Anthony Cummings has always maintained she'd be a better filly when she was stepped up in distance, and she's beaten the boys and beaten them well. 11-7 and 5 South Bend. Wideout has just been able to get third here. 5 South Bend.
Stalls are back and they're off and running now, and they bounced out in a good line here in the Memsey Stakes, and one of the first out is Del Sol. Bradson has ridden up for speed. Hero Wind is handy and going up in the middle. Now when they settle down, Sir Boom, it's Del Sol from Sir Boom, and Bradson third, Hero Wind fourth, further back Sweet Delight fifth. They're followed Baton Purlane, just inclined to over-race a little. Poetic King midfield on the fence, back in the middle in Golden Blitz. 1 to see Sky a length further back in the race. Cheviot 2 last of all, Doremus. Down the side they string right out, and the leader Del Sol, the length Sir Boom. 3 further back, Bradson. Hero Wind a length away, 4th, and then Sweet Delight 5th, but out 3 deep. A length further back, Poetic King. Getting up to 6 now outside of Tarn Pearl Lane. 1 further back, Golden Blitz. Seasky on the fence from Cheviot, and last of all, Doremus about 10 off the front. At the 650 metre mark, and the leader, Del Sol, a length in front of Sir Boom. Bradson 3rd inside, Sweet Delight and Hero Wind. Poetic King back to the inside of Tarn Pearl Lane as they bunch now from Cheviot. Then further back, Golden Blitz, followed by Seasky and Old Doremus. Last of all, around the turn they come. Sir Boom going up now quickly to grab Del Sol from Bradson, Hero Wind and Sweet Delight. Behind them, Poetic King, and down the outside, Tarn Pearl Lane. They're across the track here, Bradson, Sir Boom. Out wide of Tarn Pearl Lane. Poetic King can't get a crack at them. Seasky about to get through. Tarn Pearl Lane hit the lead out wide. Race clear from Bradson and Seasky. Doremus with a late run down the extreme outside, but Tarn Pearl Lane. 3/4 Bradson, and Eckaway 3rd. Doremus, is he back? They're followed further back by Del Sol. Seasky just behind those. In behind them, Sir Boom with Golden Blitz. Hero Wind, followed by Sweet Delight. Poetic King, no luck in the straight. And Cheviot is down towards the tail.
10 Tarn Pearl Lane, $6, 2 even, 7 Bradson, 2.30, 1 Doremus, $8.70.
Number 10, the winner, Tarn Pearl Lane, 580 and 210. Number 7, Bradson, to pay 210 and 1 Doremus, 1070.
Day has taken the Memsey, number 10. Second placing to number 7. And that is Bradson, which has given a good ride all the way by Harvey.
And racing early Blossom Jib.
Way on the Shirako plate, Baroness Betty was the first to leave the machine and leads a length, settling down from Apple Danish. Unison 3rd, a half length away, followed by Dane Ripper, and then Crying Pretty Spectacular, and close up as Sweet Consort. Only about 7 lengths would cover the field as they complete 300, and Baroness Betty a half to 3/4 Unison. Dane Ripper having no luck, very wide out. On the inside is Apple Danish. Between Dane Ripper and Apple Danish is Pretty Spectacular, followed by Crying, and close up on Crying's inside being Sweet Consort as they travel down the side and come towards the corner at the 500. And Baroness Betty leads the way about 3/4 Unison. Wider Dane Ripper. The fence is Apple Danish. Then Pretty Spectacular from Sweet Consort, and Crying as they set sail for the line. Unison goes up to head Baroness Betty. 3rd is Dane Ripper. Apple Danish held in the pocket. Likewise Pretty Spectacular from Crying. Down to the 200 marker. Die hands and heels on Unison. It's about 3/4 Baroness Betty. Apple Danish trying to weave clear. Sweet Consort battles on. Dane Ripper can't win, but now Raymond Shane goes for Unison. She got away, and Too Good Unison, a length and a half to, I'd say, 2nd on the outside, Dane Ripper. 3rd on the inside, Apple Danish, and Sweet Consort not far away. Then Pretty Spectacular, and the last 2 were Crying and Baroness Betty.
Super Tab 3 Unison, 210, 160, 1 Dane Ripper, 160, no 3rd.
Number 3. Unison, written by R.S. Dye, $2, $1.60. Looks like number 1, Dane Ripper, Darren Beedman, 2nd, $1.50. To the naked eye, 2 Apple Danish from where we view looks to run 3rd. But Sweet Consort is wide out, and you can never drop them from this rather precarious position. So
First Perth, 2 minutes away. The main one's there. 3 Irish Heartbeat, the late Marlin favourite at $1.70, $1.10. Others under $10. 1 Fair Diana, $8.60, $2.50. 5 Magic Miss, $8.80, $2.20. And 9 Munch and Go, $9.70 and $2.10. They're the main ones. Selections are 3 from 5, the First Perth at $3.11.
Mr. R.C. and Mr. J.W. Kelly, Clary Connors, Shane Dye. 3-1, and it's a developed print for 3rd. A developed print for 3rd. Doesn't surprise, because that horse on the outside, Sweet Consort, you can't drop it from this angle. To the naked eye, it looked like Apple Danish from here got 3rd, but we are past the post. You've got to allow for the outside, and at times the angle can be totally misleading. So if you're on the trifecta with 3, 1 and 4, you're still right in there, believe you me.
Correct way, Brisbane.
Dane Ripper, good run by Dane Hill from Red Express. Had no luck from the outside gate. She was never closer than 3 to the rails. Dane Hill, Red Express, Baymare 4. Looks as though she's come back in fine fettle. Bart Cummings, Darren Beedman, and a developed print for 3rd. 1:04.15 the time. 1:04.15. That'll stand as a race record, having not been previously run over the journey. The track record to deposition at 1:02.55, 33.22.
Frosty's reward was...
They're off and running now, and he's bounced away quite nicely out deep here. Guineas landed in front the early point. Going away just behind him, Rose of Danehill, and pushing up now, It's a Dane in the early point, and driving right up now, La Baraka. The filly La Baraka went through to lead now from It's a Dane, and Guineas is third, 3 out from Rose of Danehill. Tokay got up on the inside of Suavity, 1.5 smidgen. Further back, Mustang Red. Then further back in the race, Don't Say Goodbye, and last of all on the inside, Duke of Westbury. 600 to go, and the leader La Baraka 1.5 lengths in front now from in second placing It's a Dane. A length for the back, Tokay on the inside of Guineas. 2 Mustang Red, followed on the inside by Suavity. Well back in the race, Rose of Danehill. Smidgen taken out wide now from Don't Say Goodbye, and Duke of Westbury around the turn. La Baraka in front now from It's a Dane. Guineas is hard ridden back about 3 lengths off them, and getting up on the inside, Tokay. La Baraka the leader over along the inside, starting to come after it. Tokay is finishing well. They've got it between them. La Baraka neck in front. Tokay starting to finish hard. La Baraka just in front. She's digging La Baraka. She gets there. La Baraka a half head to Tokay. 4 away third, maybe Guineas. Oh, don't like his action after the line. He's dropped his head after going past the post. He's there in a photo with Mustang Red. Then further back, Don't Say Goodbye from Rose of Danehill. It's a Dane, Duke of Westbury, Suavity and Smidgen back near the tail.
Winner 12, La Baraka, $6, 1.60, 9 Tokay, $2, 1 Guineas, 1.30.
Gardens, they're off, and Bold Amy with the right. Off.